Imagine you walk into a dealership. You've been saving for months. You finally found the car. It's perfect, looks great, feels amazing. And then the salesperson smiles and says 7 words that change everything. How much can you afford per month? And just like that, you forget about the price of the car. You forget about interest. You forget about the total cost. All you're thinking about is, can I make that monthly payment? That one question has quietly cost millions of people tens of thousands of dollars, and most of them never even realized it happened. Today, we're going to break down exactly how the car loan trap works, why our brains fall for it every single time. Here's what most people believe when they're buying a car. If I can afford the monthly payment, I can afford the car. It sounds reasonable, even responsible. You're budgeting, you're thinking ahead. But this belief is one of the most expensive financial illusions out there, because the monthly payment tells you almost nothing about the real cost of the car. Let me show you what I mean. Say you're looking at a car priced at $35,000. The dealer offers you a 72-month loan, that's 6 years, at 8% interest. Your monthly payment? Around $547. That sounds manageable, right? But here's what you're actually agreeing to. By the time you make that final payment 6 years from now, you'll have paid back nearly $39,400. That's over $4,000 in interest just for the privilege of borrowing money. And that's before we even talk about insurance, maintenance, and depreciation. But we'll get there. So how does the car loan trap actually work? Let's break it down step by step. Step 1, the monthly payment illusion. When a dealer asks how much can you afford per month, they're doing something clever. They're shifting your attention away from the total price and toward a number that feels small and manageable. Psychologists call this anchoring. Once your brain latches onto that monthly number, say $500, that becomes your reference point for the entire decision. It doesn't matter if the car costs $30,000 or $40,000. As long as that monthly payment feels okay, your brain says, we're good. This is why dealers love stretching loan terms. A 48-month loan versus a 72-month loan on the same car can make the monthly payment look drastically different. But the longer the loan, the more interest you pay, always. Step 2, depreciation, the silent wealth killer. Here's something most people don't think about when they buy a new car. The moment you drive off that lot, the car loses value. A new car typically drops about 20% in value in its first year alone. By year 5, it may be worth less than half of what you paid for it. So let's think about that $35,000 car again. You're paying it off for 6 years, but after just 3 years, that car might only be worth $18,000. You still owe money on something that's worth far less than what you owe. This is called being underwater on a loan, and it's incredibly common. Step 3. The total cost nobody talks about. Now let's add everything up. Purchase price, $35,000. Interest over 72 months, $4,400. Insurance over 6 years, easily $9,000 to $12,000. Maintenance and repairs, another $4,000 to $6,000. When you look at the full picture, a car that felt like a $547 a month decision actually costs you somewhere between $50,000 and $55,000. And while you were spending that money, it couldn't grow, it couldn't compound, it couldn't build anything. It was just gone. Here's where it gets really interesting and a little uncomfortable. The car loan trap isn't just a math problem, it's a psychology problem. We live in a world where what you drive is tied to how you feel about yourself, status, success, identity. Car commercials don't sell you a vehicle, they sell you confidence, freedom, respect. And our brains are wired to respond to that. There's a concept in behavioral economics called present bias. It means our brains naturally overvalue what feels good right now and undervalue what happens later. Driving that new car off the lot, that feels amazing right now. Paying interest for 6 years, that's future you's problem. This is why so many smart, educated people end up in car debt that quietly drains their finances for years. It's not a lack of intelligence, it's just how human psychology works. And here's the deeper truth. Most people in the top 1%, the genuinely wealthy, don't actually spend a huge percentage of their income on cars. Studies on millionaire hobbits consistently show that wealthy people tend to buy used, reliable vehicles. They understand that a car is not an asset, it's a liability. It costs you money every single month. Meanwhile, the people trying to look wealthy are often the ones most trapped in car payments. The fancy car in front of the apartment, the luxury lease on an entry-level salary. It's wealth cosplay, and it comes with a serious financial penalty. So what should you actually do? Let's get practical. Number 1, always focus on the total price, not the monthly payment. Before you walk into any dealership, know what you can afford to spend total. The monthly payment is just the price disguised. Number 2, keep your loan term as short as possible. The longer your loan, the more you pay in interest. If you can't afford the 48-month payment, you probably can't afford the car. Number 3, put down a real down payment. A solid down payment reduces your loan balance, your interest, and your monthly costs. It also protects you from going underwater. Number 4, consider buying used. A 2 or 3-year-old car has already absorbed most of its depreciation. You get a reliable vehicle at a fraction of the original cost. This is one of the highest ROI moves you can make with your car budget. Number 5, think about the opportunity cost. That extra $200 or $300 a month you'd save with a less expensive car, if you invested that consistently over 10 years at an average of 8% return, you'd be looking at over $40,000 in savings. A car drives you around town. Invested money drives you toward financial freedom. That difference is worth thinking about. Here's the thing about the car loan trap. Nobody forces you into it. There are no villains here. Just a system that's very good at making expensive decisions feel affordable, and a brain that's wired to care more about right now than 10 years from now. But once you understand the psychology behind it, once you can see the monthly payment illusion for what it is, you can't unsee it. You start asking different questions. Not, can I afford the payment, but what is this actually costing me? Not, does this make me look successful, but does this move me towards success? The car you drive doesn't determine your financial future. The decisions you make about money do. So next time you're sitting across from a smiling salesperson and they ask how much you can afford per month, take a breath. Remember this video and ask a better question. If you want to keep building your understanding of money psychology, the next video is right there. I'll see you in it.